I've had this frustrating experience where I do a study and I'm kind of stunned by the results. And then I tell other people about it and they're like, well, that's obvious. And at some point I realized that if I hadn't told them the result, they wouldn't have guessed it.
Right.
And that if I could set up their expectations a little bit for why it might be a big surprise, then there's a much bigger eureka moment that comes out of it. And so, I think actually this idea of leading with weaknesses is a great example, right? So the moment I tell you, look, if you can admit one of your flaws or one of your failures, people will see you as more human and vulnerable and authentic and trustworthy. You're like, yeah, duh. Thank you for telling me something I already knew. If I could open instead, though, by saying, it's so interesting that there are all these people out there who are super successful and afraid to talk about any of their stumbles because they know the moment they show they're human, they're no longer going to seem superhuman. And it's going to undermine your sense that they're competent and capable. What would happen if we could actually get them to reveal some of their vulnerabilities? Is that a good idea? Is that a bad idea? And now you're intrigued and curious, right? And the hope is then that you've got something to learn regardless of what we find.